In this video, I'm going to show you 6 easy ways to never run out of design ideas again, and the first one is using Printify's blog. It's an extremely valuable resource that you should always be referencing. And not only do they give you information on potential design ideas that you could start creating, but they also give you marketing hints and tricks, product inspiration, business tips and ideas, as well as they share different success stories that are always very inspiring. Here are a few great examples. So one of their most recent blog posts that they made, it's titled T-shirts for a Cause, Inspirational Examples and Design Ideas. And within this blog post, they share 14 different creative and inspirational examples. So the first example is the Bee Cause mission. So the Bee Cause mission focuses on environmental protection, donating 5% of all proceeds from t-shirt sales to ecological nonprofits and planting 10 trees for every order. So within your own business, you can think of a creative way or something that you're passionate about that you could build a cause around that you could also allow your customers to help support. And by reading this blog post, you'll get a lot of different ideas and inspiration from it. So the next one is Power Mom, Every Mother Counts. So this cause is a nonprofit organization focused on ensuring safe, equitable, and respectful pregnancy and childbirth for all mothers around the world. So if you are passionate about motherhood, maybe you could create a cause in regards to that. Here's another example on mental health. And here's one for LGBTQ as well as suicide prevention. So there's a lot of different ideas you can pull from this blog post and possibly incorporate within your own business. Or if you are just starting out, hopefully this blog here will give you inspiration and ideas on a business that you can start that has more meaning and maybe something that you're more passionate about. And at the end of the day, if you are more passionate about your business and what it is that you're selling, I can guarantee when times get hard, you will be more likely to stick with it and not give up because you are passionate about the cause. So check out this blog post, see all the different other ideas that they give, and hopefully it will spark some new ideas for you and your business. Another common article that Printify always does is they give information and ideas for specific holidays. So at the time that I'm filming this video, 4th of July is coming up, and here they have a blog post on the greatest 4th of July shirt ideas in 2023. And this article is broken up into different sections. So first is what makes a great 4th of July shirt design, where to look for design inspiration, themed 4th of July design ideas, and finalizing your products with Printify. And every holiday, Printify seems to do some type of article like this, and it's a great resource to reference for design inspiration. And they break everything down for you so you really know how to stand out and to have success for whatever holiday that it is. For example, different colors that you should be using, symbols, quotes and slogans, and then different 4th of July shirt ideas. So funny 4th of July shirt ideas. Then they have cute 4th of July shirt ideas, patriotic 4th of July shirt ideas, family 4th of July shirt ideas. So really the options are endless on different designs that you can create for specific holidays when you reference these blog posts that Printify creates, and they're 100% free. You don't have to be paying for Printify Premium. You can access these with a free account. And honestly, it's extremely valuable information that you should be referencing for your own print-on-demand business. So the last article that I want to show you that Printify has recently created is Midjourney Prompts 101 with examples. So I know you've probably heard a lot of talk about AI, especially Midjourney. Right now it's extremely popular within the print-on-demand space. So within this article, they're not only just breaking down Midjourney and how to really effectively use it, but they're also giving you different prompts that you can use to really get the most out of Midjourney when it comes to creating designs for your business. So first off, they answer the question what Midjourney is and how does it work, and then they help you understand what Midjourney prompts are and how you create the prompt itself. And then they walk you through on how to set up Midjourney, adjusting your settings, learning different Midjourney commands, and then learning the different parameters of Midjourney. And then down here at the bottom, they give you 10 great Midjourney prompt examples that you could possibly use for your own business. And this is just another great example of Printify's blogs and how valuable it really can be for your business. And here's just a few other examples of their blogs. So Oktoberfest merch, how to make money selling Oktober shirts with POD, 50 Friends shirt ideas to try in 2023, and then lastly, 50 cup design ideas to try if you are selling mugs. And they are always coming out with new articles for design inspiration, as well as different articles that can really help you scale your Etsy business and take it to the next level. So if you are not referencing Printify's blog yet, I highly recommend it because there's so much valuable information here that can really benefit you. And if you're on the fence on if you should be using Printify or Printful or who you should be using, I highly recommend Printify. They've been a great company to work with and I've had very little to none issues with them. You can create an account with Printify and it's 100% free and you can start selling with them today. But if you want to pay for Printify Premium, which will allow you to have cheaper base base costs, which in result will increase your profits you make. I do have a link down in the description which will give you a 30-day free trial, so feel free to check that out if you would like. So the next method that I want to show you for coming up with endless amount of design ideas is using ChatGPT. This is an AI tool that you can use within your own print-on-demand business for brainstorming different design ideas, niche ideas, phrase ideas, etc. So the first example is I will tell the prompt to give me 20 different t-shirt design ideas. And with just a matter of seconds, the prompt will spit out 20 different t-shirt design ideas that you could possibly use within your own business. And hopefully these different ideas will spark more inspiration for you in the designing process. So the first one, minimalist nature, a simple clean design featuring a single tree silhouette against a colorful sunset background, not a bad idea. Retro typography, geometric animals, abstract watercolors, pop art, inspirational quotes, etc. And if you don't like any of these ideas, you can say, give me 10 more. And then I'll say, certainly here are 10 more t-shirt design ideas. And sometimes not every single idea that it gives will 100% work for your business, but more often than not, this will help get the gears going to give you inspiration on potential new designs that you could create. So next example is give me 10 different niches that I could design for. And here are 10 different niche ideas that you could dive into within your own business and possibly start creating designs for whatever niche it is that interests you most. And then the last example where OpenAI really is extremely valuable is I will say, give me 50 different t-shirt phrases. And within a matter of seconds, again, it will spit out 50 different phrases that you could possibly use within your business. And something to note here, especially when using this tool, when you're asking for it to give you different phrases, make sure you are checking for trademarks and copyrights before you begin the designing process. But here's a list of a lot of different great ideas. So we have be kind, stay wild, adventure awaits, choose joy, good vibes only, etc. And if you don't love any of the ideas, you can just tell AI to give you more. And you can be as specific as possible as telling AI to give you 10 different t-shirt phrases that you can use within the nurse niche. And here are some awesome ideas. So nursing, a work of heart, saving lives one patient at a time. Nurses, the heart and soul of healthcare, superhero in scrubs. Nurse by day, hero by night. So get creative with OpenAI, and if you are using it, there is no excuse for not being able to come up with new t-shirt design ideas for your business. The next method for coming up with different t-shirt design ideas is using EverBee's Chrome extension tool. And they have a free version as well as a paid version. If you want to check it out, I have a link down in the description. But they've recently added this new tab here for upcoming holidays, which I think is extremely useful. So now I'm able to know what holidays are coming up, especially more specific holidays that aren't necessarily as big or popular, such as this example here, National Aviation Day, Purple Heart Day, Senior Citizens Day, Women's Equality Day. And so these are all different holidays that you could possibly create designs for within your own shop. But one that I really like here is Parents' Day on July 23rd. And if I click on View Products, so I can sort this by estimated revenue in the last month, and it'll give me the top performing listings for this specific keyword. And this is a great example right here. So one of the top performing ones has done $6,000 in the last month. And this design is extremely simple and it's really not that complicated. And I guarantee it didn't take them that long to come up with this idea, but it sells really well for them. But what I like about using the upcoming holidays tool is a lot of the times it will give me new ideas that aren't necessarily for a holiday. So this listing here has done over $5,000 in revenue in the last month, and it's a bestseller, and it's a simple text-based design with no color, very simple font, and all it says is awesome like my daughter. So this isn't necessarily for Parents' Day, for that specific holiday that we click through on, but it gives me new design ideas that I could possibly create in my own store. Obviously never copying this exactly, but gaining inspiration from it and making it 100% your own. So go and download the EverBee Chrome extension tool. Again, I have a link down in the description. You can try it out for free, and you can see the upcoming holidays and not only be able to design for the holidays that are coming up, but also hopefully when you click through, it'll give you more inspiration and ideas for new designs for your store. The next method is using Pinterest. So if you go to Pinterest.com, you can search graphic t-shirts or whatever specific niche it is that you're looking for. For this example, I will just do graphic t-shirt, and then you can scroll through the search results and gain inspiration from these different examples. And some of the things I like to do when I'm doing this method is looking for reoccurring themes. And the first thing that I see here is a lot of different backprints, which is very popular to sell right now. And I can gain inspiration from the different types of fonts that they are using, the placement of text, different elements, the colors that they're using, and really just visually analyzing all of these and seeing what designs stand out to me. If there's a design that I like, I will save it to my board, so you can create a board for design inspiration so that you can reference it later. Another really valuable thing that we like to do is paying attention to what colors of fonts go with what colors of shirts. So what I mean is, like this example here is, it looks like it's on either a comfort color or a soft cream shirt or a natural colored shirt, but the colors go very well together. So I can make note of these different colors that they're using, or like earthy tones, and know that, okay, this type of colors go well and look really good on a natural colored shirt or a soft cream shirt. So I'll just go through the first few pages, do the same thing, taking notes and saving different ideas to my inspiration board to hopefully come up with some new design ideas. And another thing that I like too is when you click on one that you like, so if I click on this one here, really cool back print, if I scroll down, it will give me more like this. So if this is kind of the look that you're going for, it's a great way to look at the more like this section on potential designs that you can create. And obviously I'm gonna never go and just copy these exact designs, but I can take different elements from different listings. So if I like some elements from this one, I could pull a few things from that and combine it with a few different elements that I like from this one. But it's such an excellent and valuable way to gain inspiration and to just really help the brainstorming process when you're doing your market research and trying to come up with new design ideas, especially when you've kind of hit a wall and you can't come up with anything. Pinterest is really a great resource to break through that wall so that you can start coming up with some really high quality designs that will hopefully sell well in your store. And you can do this for several different keywords. So if you're selling sweatshirts, I'll go ahead and search cute sweatshirt and then follow the same process. I like the tabs that you'll get at the top, so different styles for you based on things that you've saved in the past. So cozy, beachy, 2000s, 90s, etc. But a lot of cool design ideas that you can get here. But follow the same methods as I mentioned before, just scrolling through the first few pages, taking notes of recurring themes, font styles, color palettes, placement on the sweatshirt. So you'll get like a chest graphic as well as a back print you could do. But really options are endless, and Pinterest is the place to go for design inspiration. The next way to come up with endless amounts of design ideas is referencing big box stores. So some great examples is Target, Walmart, etc. But what you can do is go to target.com and then under categories, select clothing, and then for whatever category it is that you're selling in for your store. But for this example, I'll do women's clothing and then select tops and then graphic tees. But due to my current location abroad right now, I'm unfortunately not able to access Target, but in the United States, this 100% works. What you will do is once you get to graphic tees or whatever niches that you're selling for, you will be able to sort this by either best selling or most popular, and then gain inspiration from those different listings. You'll just follow that same process, gaining inspiration from design placement, text styles, see what listings have a lot of reviews. That's an indicator that it's selling well. You can also do this on any other site, and I'll show you some since I'm able to access it. So Shein's another great example. And then you'll just go find whatever category it is that you're selling in. So I'll go to tops, and then I'll select graphic tees underneath t-shirts. And then over here, this is what I'm talking about. So you can sort by recommended, new arrivals, top rated, which is the best way to sort it. And then I'll follow that process, repeating it, scrolling through the first few pages of search results, gaining inspiration, and hopefully coming up with some new ideas. And one thing too with doing your trend research is not only gaining inspiration from individual listings, but thinking of creative ways you can trend combine and incorporate different elements, font styles, graphics, etc. from multiple listings into one individual design. That's the best way to stand out on Etsy, and that's the best way to really have success with your print on demand business. And you can do this with any brand that you follow or that you love that's related to whatever product it is that you're selling. And not only related to your product, you can also venture out into completely different niches that aren't related to your business at all and see what's working for them, and then possibly bringing those ideas and incorporating it into your own business. And that's another excellent way to really have success and stand out, because you'll be different and you won't be just selling and offering the exact same thing that everyone else is offering. And an example, let's say you're selling for the outdoor niche, you can reference REI. It's a huge outdoor retailer. And again, following that same method as mentioned before when you're doing your research online, is sorting it by best selling. And as I scroll through the results here, I'm noticing a lot of the color options that they're offering for shirts are very earthy tones, and the designs themselves are very simple. And I've noticed a recurring theme with chest graphics, so I know that that's popular within this specific niche. So that's something that I could possibly incorporate within my own store if I'm trying to target that type of audience. But gain inspiration from this. Think of different brands that you love. There's a lot of different brands to choose from. and go and look at their site, because I can guarantee these companies are pouring a lot of money into market research, and what you can do is piggyback off of their research and incorporate into your own business, and that's the best and fastest way to really succeed and to increase your sales in your store. So don't overcomplicate the system, reference these big companies and see what it is that they're doing and what's working for them. The next method is using eRank's top sellers feature, and you can create a free account. It costs nothing. I only use eRank for this specific reason. I'm using EverBee for all of my other market research, but I do find a lot of value in this specific feature that eRank offers. The first thing you can do is spy on top sellers on Etsy, so you can see the top 5 sellers, their total sales, where they are located. You can also see who had the most sales yesterday. And bonus tip too here, I'm not only referencing the different designs that they're creating and the types of designs that they're creating, the styles, etc., but you can also spy on how they're building out their listing, what they're including in their description, what type of photos they're using, their SEO, etc. And for example, I'll look at the top seller on Etsy right now. So the top seller on Etsy is selling dainty personalized jewelry. So a few things to learn here. One is maybe you're not selling jewelry in your print on demand store right now, but that's something that you could start doing because you do have that option to sell jewelry with print on demand. Your margins aren't going to be as good, but the possibility is there. Another thing you can learn from this is just seeing what they're doing. So how many listings do they have? What kind of information are they sharing within their announcement? How are they structuring their listings so you can see what type of photos they're including within their listing? How do they build out their SEO and how do they break up their different keywords? What are they including in their description? So there's a lot to learn from these different top sellers. And with this, there's a lot of inspiration you can gain from new product ideas that you could possibly implement in your own store, as well as the new design ideas that you could possibly come up with. Here's another seller that has mastered Etsy and really figured out how to succeed, and that's Mod Party. So they're selling bridesmaids gifts, wedding favors, and decorations. So you can look through their first few pages, their different categories, and see what type of designs that they're creating, as well as the different products that they offer. But what's nice too is you can filter this by specific categories. So if you're primarily selling clothing, you can select clothing, and this will now show you the top sellers on Etsy for clothing. So the number 1 seller on Etsy right now for clothing is Print Sized US. This Etsy shop is selling kids clothing, and maybe you're not currently selling this in your store, but with print on demand and using Printify, you can easily start selling kids clothing starting today. It's that easy with print on demand. Your options are endless on what you can do. But you can look through their store and again gain inspiration from the different designs that they're selling, the types of products that they're selling. So it looks like they're selling primarily onesies as well as t-shirts, but it's a great way to spy on the top sellers and see what's working for them and possibly incorporate it into your own business. So the next top seller on Etsy is Up to Our Next Fabric. So when we are doing our trend research and our design research, we can look at these top sellers and see what type of designs they're selling, if they're doing a lot of back prints, front prints, if they're selling mostly t-shirts, sweatshirts, as well as if they're selling simple text-based designs or if they're doing really colorful designs. But a lot of ideas you can gain from these top sellers. So you can see they have over 1,000 listings. Their store is a general store, so they're designing for multiple niches and they're targeting several different audiences. So they're not limiting their business to who they can sell to, which really opens their reach and their possibilities with what types of designs they can create and sell within their store. So a bonus tip here is again using the EverBee Chrome extension tool to see what specific listings really are doing the best for them. I'll go up to the top here and I will sort this by most recent, meaning it has recently sold or it was recently listed. And then I'll come over here to the left hand side for my EverBee Chrome extension tool and I will select Product Analytics. And then I will sort this by estimated monthly revenue. And EverBee's product analytics tool will now show me their top performing listing within their store. So this sweatshirt has done $38,000 in the last month, which is an insane amount of revenue for one individual listing. If we click on this listing, it gives us even more information. So we have estimated monthly sales, estimated monthly revenue, total sales for this listing, listing age, total reviews, favorites, etc. They will also show you the different keywords that they are using, but a lot of valuable information here. So really this is a very simple text-based design. It's not that complicated, but they do have the option for personalization, which I do think is popular on Etsy. It's why a lot of customers come to Etsy is to have that option. So maybe that's something to consider for your own store. So all it is just future misses, then they plug in their last name. I do think this may be one reason why this is selling so well is because they're printing on the cuff of the sleeve where it says I said yes. works, but maybe you can do something different. Instead of printing on the cuff of the sleeve, because unfortunately you can't do that with Printify, you could print it on the back of the sweatshirt instead. But this is proof right here. Don't overcomplicate the system. Keep it simple, because a lot of the times simple does best on Etsy. If you want to know the best way to list on Etsy, watch this video right here, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.